ports in Tamriel. Why this one? I sailed all the way across the Iliac Bay, and I need a glass of grog. I've shared a drink with some unsavory characters, but I draw the line at zombies. I think I'll stay off the docks for now. You can't smell their soggy, rotting flesh? Just walk down the causeway there. You'll see them. Damned army of them. Question is, why aren't the Sentinel guards doing anything? Nah, I've seen a few of the bootless louts skulking around, behind crates and such. Someone needs to go grab one of the guards and ask what in oblivion's going on here. You up for it? There you go. Give the guards a kick and tell them to get to work. I've got cargo to unload. If the guards can't help us, look for the dockmaster. Maybe he's got half a brain. Unless the zombies have eaten it, of course. As if this day hadn't gone to oblivion already. You feel the need to remind me of all my debt? Yes, I still owe Sarashi. The Dawn Posset is a quality ship. It'll take time to pay her off. Of course, lost the ship at the Koglin Lighthouse. The crew moved on. I'm lucky Elvira stuck around. We bought the Dawn Posset in Wayrest and took on a new crew. Good people. We're due for a streak of luck after this. How do you think I make a living? I buy there, sell here. It's what I do. All legitimate, of course. Picked up a load of timber in Wayrest. You'll sell for a pile of coin here. It better.
No dead man is taking our boat. No dead man is getting near Lambour either. You deal with those docks. We'll deal with things here.
I'll protect the ship and Captain Mark. None of these dead men are getting past me. Get out there and deal with it. Do what you do best.
Waka's breath. Too many. I can't take it. You might want to get back on your boat, seafarer. The dead are crawling from the sea and they have overtaken the docks. There is nothing to be done. We just have to pray to Tuwaka that they wander away. Zombies? Oh, such a crude term. These Ranetu are the remains of sailors who shipwrecked off the coast. We respect our dead here in the Alik'r Desert. Even those who died at sea are honored ancestors. We do not fight them. We would be cursed. No. You are an outsider. These are not your ancestors. And as such, there is no dishonor in striking them down. No curse. Oh, but the fact that the dead have risen at all, it is terrible. We have strict laws. This should not happen here. I do not know. And I fear we have only made the situation worse. We thought we could contain them. We built barricades and tried to herd them away, but it was to no avail. Now I fear we are in even greater danger. My fellow guards will not strike the Ranetu either. Jesmin, Pirjin, and Emidal. I fear for their lives. Please find them and send them away. Then meet at the warehouse. The Dockmaster hides there, and he may know the cause of all this.
No! Go away! They're going to find me! I don't want to die! No, none of us are. The Ra-Nitu are going to kill us all. It is not fair. I am too young to die. I just want to run away.
Great Ruptka, if this be not your will, send me a sign. Wait. Who are you? What are you doing here? Blood and honor. I have always had faith, but never have I... You are here to fight the Ra-Nitu? Praise Ruptka. I was prepared to dishonor myself, but he sent you. I will go then. Gods be with you, my friend. Is the way clear?
More was mercy. What have I done? I was just trying to defend myself, and now I have committed the greatest dishonor and brought a curse down upon my family. This Ra-Nitu caught me. He was trying to bite me, to eat me. I tried to fend him off, but he jerked, and his head ran against my blade. It wasn't my fault. What am I going to do now? But what about stopping this Ra-Nitu from getting into the city? What about the other guards? I cannot simply abandon them, can I?
I try not to be superstitious. That brings bad luck.
Finally, someone who's not afraid to do the dirty work. Someone to clean up my docks. I watched you from the window until I heard those necromancers downstairs. But I thought Mujad was coming here too. Did you see him? Damn. The poor bastard. I told the guards that they were going to have to fight back. It is one thing to be superstitious. But when the Ranetu are attacking the city, it's time to put the superstitions aside. No, we're not all so hung up on our beliefs. Can't ignore the tradition, though. Not unless we want fruit thrown at us, or worse. Regardless, right now, I'm just glad Tava's winds guided you here. Someone to get the Ranetu off the damn docks. I do. I overheard the necromancers. Their leader is calling the dead from the sea with some kind of dark ritual. If you can disrupt the ritual, the dead should... well, they should drop dead. Or at least stop crawling out of the water. That I do not know. I heard them mention the warehouse at the west end of the docks. Maybe the ritual is there. Wherever it is, you have to stop it. Then tell Captain Saphira. Tava be with you.
is a gift to serve me!
The raw Netu have returned to the sea. The docks will soon smell of dead fish again instead of dead people. And you, right off the boat, and you slay the necromancer? Surely Tuwaka sent you to deliver us from this difficult situation. I am too. It has been many years since the plague of necromancy visited our shores. Though I am relieved the docks are clear, the events of this day are extremely disturbing. If the plague of necromancy has truly returned, I fear the future may bring many dark days. Someone will need to come forward to fight the risen dead. The dead are sacred. It is what the people of Alik'r have always believed and always will. Just as we respect our elders, so do we respect our ancestors. It would be dishonorable to strike them, and might even cause one to be cursed. Most people here deem them to be sacred law, not superstition. Even King Faharajad must respect our customs. If he were to ask his people to disrespect their ancestors, his rule would swiftly come to an end. These dark arts are not practiced by our people. But yes, we have experienced the plague of necromancy in the past. Fighting these plagues has always required great sacrifice. Those who have fought the dead have been dishonored, cast out.
Have you heard that King Lelorian has returned? He's going to lead the Fighters Guild now.
Ah! Don't even think about it. If you try to pick me up and give me a kiss, I'll bite your nose off. Ah! Ah! I may look like a monkey, but I'm not a monkey, and I'm done being treated this way. I'm an orc. Don't laugh. It's true. I just got cheated by this damn Bandari potion maker. She sold me a potion that turned me into this. A puny little monkey. Of course not. Listen, you have to help me. You have to find that wench and make her change me back. It was the Khajiit potion maker, Nishi. She's in the tavern. Please, you have to.
What is your dream? You want to be stronger, smarter, faster? For the right price, Unishi will make your dreams come true. Not again. Tell me he doesn't want a refund. Why do so many ask, and then when Unishi gives, they change their minds? In a manner of speaking, yes. He complained about feeling like an outcast here in Sentinel. He wanted to be faster and nimbler, and to feel like he fit in. What does that sound like? It sounds like a monkey to Unishi. This is not fair. Ingredients cost money. Unishi cannot afford to give away free potions. How about this? You want to help the monkey? You help Unishi, and she will do what you ask. Unishi has just finished preparing 2 potions for other buyers in town. Deliver them, and we have a deal. One goes to a woman named Daria, and the other to a man named Urwad. This one will mark their houses on your map. Make it easy for you.
Have a drink with...
What is it? My husband has just returned home from the tavern. He is very hungry. If I don't prepare his dinner quickly, well, I simply do not have time to chat right now.
Oh, praise Zet. I've waited so long. I asked Unishi to make me a potion that will make my husband kind and loyal. I hope it works. Oh, yes. Unishi told me exactly what to expect, and I think it's going to be wonderful.
Where is my meal, woman?
Coming right away, dear. I hope this works.
It's about time. This better be good. This tastes different than usual. What? What have you done to me? You witch!
Quiet down, Farhad, and sit. There. Good dog. From now on, if you want a biscuit, we are going to have some new rules.
I have a feeling I'm not going to like this.
So much to do.
Where is she? I
Bet that damned cat swindled me. I should have trusted my mother. Magic is no good. It's about time. Hand it over. She promised me my hair would grow back, and that I would have hundreds of children. This better work. Don't tell me what to do, peon. You're just jealous. I already paid Unishi for it. Now hand it over. I don't feel so good.
What is this rat doing in here? Get out, you
Stop!
damn thing.
How dare you!
You're not getting away that easily.
Unishi is pleased to see you again. You have made the deliveries to this one's clients, yes? Unishi gives people what they want and nothing more. You have done the same for me. So here, take these to that silly monkey. It will return him to the miserable existence he had before.
Oh, am I ever glad to see you again. Do you have a banana? I mean, do you have a potion to change me back? Malak's nethers! It sure will feel good to be myself again. Last time I ever do business with a Pandari. Free! Meet me at the tavern. I'll buy you a drink. This is never going to end, is it?
Do you have a moment? It's worth your time. You there. There's gold for you if you'll lend me your time. I am a scholar of some import. Import. That is to say, I've traveled quite far. From Cyrodiil, just to study this forgotten shore. I sorely need an assistant. Azai at Oanok? He's my guide to Alik'r. He shows me the best routes and helps me make camp. But he doesn't know much about the great history of this land. I need someone to look around the ruins for an ancient sword. Legend says it only appears to a chosen few. I've had to ask strangers to walk through the ruins to look for it. Untrained eyes. I'm that desperate. Azai at Oanok might tell you where to look, if you're willing. I appreciate the assistance from common folk such as yourself. This sword is a significant specimen of lore, direct evidence of a legendary event in ancient Redguard history. There are books about this, but as you may be illiterate, I'll enlighten you. I suspect this is the site where sword singer Navid slew Ilkub, his ally, over the love of the fair Saide. The blade of a sword singer is a physical link between ancient Yokuda and Alik'r. Navid used this particular sword to slay his rival and then himself. As a piece of history, it belongs in a proper Imperial museum. The sword singers were so disciplined they could create a spirit sword. A sword made from their very thoughts. Not many could attain such strength of mind. Navid's sword is rare, as it apparently persisted after his death. The blade of a sword singer is a physical link between ancient Yokuda and Alik'r. Navid used this particular sword to slay his rival and then himself. As a piece of history, it belongs in a proper Imperial museum. That's not important to my research. With sword singer Navid and his rival dead, I expect someone else went on to have a dozen children with fair Saide. Isn't that how these stories go? The important thing is the sword. No one's seen the sword or had any luck amongst these ruins. A pity, really. I had such high hopes for some of them.
I'm glad that the Imperial has found someone else to talk to. His haughtiness is suffocating. The sword in question is a wondrous object, and Herminius Sophis believes it will appear to those who have a connection with death or whatever lies beyond. The great scholar from Cyrodiil doesn't know. Imagine that. The magnificent scholar believes that the sword is too damaged to be used anymore, if it even exists at all. He wants to preserve it in a safe warehouse in Cyrodiil, where all the other artifacts have been taken, I imagine. If not me, another would surely stand here. My advice to you is simply to look along the shore. Others searched inland and were disappointed. Yes, indeed it does. It is a story of jealousy and betrayal. Have you not heard the Ballad of Navid? In the early days of the Regatta, a powerful Ansei named Yagub led a vanguard of 13 great warriors, sword singers all. In those days, Redguard bonds of fellowship were even stronger than they are now. These men were as brothers. One of the warriors, Navid, was strong but covetous. His dearest companion, Ilkub, had met a woman named Saida, whose beauty was legendary. Hair like polished obsidian and eyes like darkest sapphires. Navid's jealousy grew and grew. Yes, just so. While Ilkub stood on the beach stringing his legendary bow, Navid crept up behind and thrust his sword deep into Ilkub's back. Before Ilkub died, it is said that he looked on Navid with such sadness that Navid's heart broke in two. Racked with guilt, Navid fled to his tent, took up his grandest blade, and killed himself. When Saida heard of what happened, she threw herself into the water from the highest cliff. She was not seen again. I'm glad that the Imperial has found someone else to talk to. His haughtiness is suffocating. I'm glad that the Imperial... The sword in question is a wondrous object, and Herminius Sophis believes it will appear to those who have a connection with death or whatever lies beyond. The great scholar from Cyrodiil doesn't... He wants to preserve it in a safe way. If not me, another would surely stand here. Beware, they covet this blade, and shall come for it. You must leave this place. The sword is cursed. You seek the sword, is it not so? I must tell you, you are not the first to discover it. Others tried to take it, and paid a heavy toll. Take up the blade, and you will see. The sword-cursed are here among us already, circling like half-starved jackals. Can you not sense their jealousy? Their spite? The air is thick with it. The curse was forged in blood and envy. I murdered my dearest friend in a jealous rage, and the blade bears that taint still. The sword-cursed cannot bear the thought of losing the blade. If you touch it, they will come for you. Yes, and they will not stop so long as you carry it. Once you fall, and fall you will be consumed by the same jealous desire that drives them. They are long dead, and thus cannot be killed, though they will sleep for a time. But the blade calls out to them, always. When they wake, they shall seek it out again, and the one who keeps it. You have been warned. Friend, it is Azai. I must speak with you. Did you recover the sword? We must speak before you go further with it. I did not expect you would find it. Only those who are different are capable of such a feat. What do you intend to do with it? Only those with the keenest senses can even see it. And only one without a soul should be able to take it from its resting place. I do not know how you lifted it unless your soul... No matter. What is your intention? A deception. I watch Herminius' office so he does not plunder Alik'r. I know more than his books have explained. No. It is a deep, ancient curse. There is darkness in that blade that even the divines would struggle to banish. Sword Singer Navid's spirit seeks to distance himself from the blade, but he is the source of its evil. He cannot keep shedding the burden to others. That is for the best. Leave it at the Lion's Tomb on the shore. Then talk to Herminius' Sophist before you leave. Perhaps he will abandon his foolish search. I warned you, but still you took the sword. And now you bring it to my tomb? Are you deranged? The sword curse will return soon. Take the sword away, quickly. I cannot. Do I not suffer enough? It has been centuries since I committed that heinous crime, and the shame is no less potent. That sword is a reminder I cannot bear. Take it away. I may still find some small measure of peace. They will be plagued by the victims of the sword, just as you were. But this is why I hid the sword away. I beg you, take it and leave. I cannot bear to look at it. No, I cannot. I will not. This is all Ilku's fault. His and Saira's. I will... No. Your words are true. Leave the sword with me.
Any luck finding the sword yet? So few people will work as hard as I do at these things. I'm not surprised that you didn't find anything. It takes keen eyes and an educated mind to fully identify significant artifacts. I may just abandon this site and go deeper in the desert anyway. I heard there were burial sites.
death of Princess Lacana was so tragic, but we appreciate your efforts to save her.
True honor need not be named, brother. My son's sickness broke while you took on the Crucible. You are indeed blessed by the Divines.
What do you want?
This is getting to be absurd. How much longer must we pretend? My daughter wails in disappointment, and our two families verge on coming to blows. There is nothing to be done for it. The groom is not coming. We do not know. Kaznar may be among those who recently went missing. Or he simply changed its mind. He is a forebear after all. I warned her. Crowns and forebears should not mix. Now everyone is angry. She must call off the wedding. Tiela is like a dune ripper in a sandstorm. She buries her head to hide from the truth. Perhaps you can help. I must stay here. But someone needs to speak to Kaznar's brother. Unless he can explain things. My daughter has agreed to give up. I am most grateful for your help. Kaznar's brother Ine will be at his market stall. The wedding offended him so greatly he had refused to attend. Whether he knows what happened to Kaznar or not, let us hope we can soon put the matter to rest. I do not know. I heard the killer was found dead, but that he was working for someone else. Who would instigate such evil? Magistrate Sulma? I cannot believe this, even of a forebear. Her mind must have been twisted by some dark magic. I suppose, though, if no one has told us that Kaznar's corpse was found, then that is a good sign. With a young man, the blood runs hot. He may have found another woman. Or it could be that he realized the foolishness of the idea. His family does not support the marriage either. His brother was not even planning to attend. For a crown to marry a forebear? In Sentinel, this may happen. But in Bergama, it is unheard of. For generations, our family's allegiances have not changed. If these two marry, whatever allegiance they choose, they will offend half the city. Ha! Oh yes. I'm sure King Faharajad would like that very much. For crowns and forebears to settle our differences, while he is in power. This would mean Faharajad's line would have everlasting legitimacy. I cannot support that.
What?
Only the finest merchandise.
Welcome to Bergama, Wayfarer. We have the finest musical instruments in all Hammerfell. If you want a harp, a lute, or even a drum, you have come to the right place. Though that is not why you are here, is it? Kaznar? That's a sore subject. Believe it or not, he's actually getting married today. Should be at the wedding right now. I know, I should be there, but I'm not. He's not? Well, I'll be a lizard's uncle. I guess our little talk may have convinced him after all. We all went out drinking last night, and my cousin and I made one last attempt to talk him out of it. I guess it worked. Damn. I don't know. I would have expected him to tell me if he had made such a decision. With so many people missing lately, I prefer to make sure. He should be at my cousin's house, the last one before the West Gate. Will you check? The more I think about it, the more this concerns me. If you find my brother, tell him to come speak with me. If he doesn't come soon, I'm going to close up shop and help you search. You must understand. I love my little brother, but he is so naive. He shouldn't associate with a crown girl, let alone marry her. Our father, Tuwaka, keep his soul, would never have approved. So I cannot approve either. Of course I do. But I cannot disrespect our father's memory. None of this matters, though. Right now, all that matters is Kaznar's safety. I will approve the marriage before I see him harmed.
I could use a break.
Yes.
Do you often just walk into people's houses and snoop around upstairs? If my cousin were here, he might not be so friendly. Me? I don't care. I don't really care about anything at this point. I don't know, maybe because there are armed thugs out there with orders to break my kneecaps if I try to leave? If I thought I could get past them, I'd make a run for it, but they'd catch me. It would be pointless. Ask Tiela's father. He's the one who hired them. Paid Uncle Thack to make sure I don't get to the wedding. Jagnus has been against our marriage from the beginning. I don't know why I thought he would come around. Of course. He wants Tiela to think I stood her up. She'll hate me for the rest of her life and think he was right all along. The bastard. If my father were alive, he'd beat the oblivion out of Jagnus. Of course. That would only make things worse. Don't bother. If he went to this much trouble, he won't change his mind. If you really want to help, there's only one way. You'll have to talk to Uncle Thack. Uncle Thack and his gang run the streets here in Bergama. They're not above the law, but they can be dangerous. If you can convince Uncle Thack to let me out, I'll go to the wedding. Jagnus won't be able to say a thing.
Finest merchandise around.
Why must I suffer so?
Do not waste my time.
Look at this. You walk in like you own the place. Like you fear absolutely nothing. If it's a fight you want, though, you've come to the wrong place. This is a place of business. I'm a businessman. Kaznar? Why doesn't Kaznar come talk to me himself? Oh, yes, I remember. He prefers the indoors. Probably better that way. Yes, Kaznar needs to stay at home. Or do you take issue with that? Let's discuss this matter like civilized people, then. Actually, thump that. One of you, thump this ignorant trash. Slow down now, you've made your point. Like I said, I'm a businessman. Truth is, I didn't much like the deal I had with Jagnus anyways. You'll owe me a favor, but I'll give him a refund and your boy can get married whenever he likes. My people wouldn't have really hurt the kid anyways. Kasnar and Tiela make a nice couple. In fact, if you'll do me that favor we discussed, I'll have my men escort Kasnar right up to the altar. Get them a gift, some hag's breath. It's an aphrodisiac. They might not be able to walk for a few days, but it'll make the wedding night unforgettable. There's an old hag in the desert, Vianney. Kill her and bring her hag's breath to the wedding.
What is it?
To do so little time.
I'm so glad you made it in time. We are just about to begin the ceremony. Kasnar told me everything, and knowing what you have done, you are the guest of honor. Oh goodness, hag's breath. What a special gift. Thank you. Thank you both. Please, you must stay for the ceremony. It would mean so much to Kasnar and to me. This marriage would not have been possible without you.
People of Bergama, we are gathered here today to witness the bond of marriage between Kasnar and Tiela. Their union marks a great day for this. Their love is a testament to the kinship that all crowns and forebears share with each other.
Woo! Yes! Yeah! Yes!